Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will get the first crack at it here. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive line to get to the QB.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
And they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Pulls it in. It's Donald. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And offensively, I love running these track routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Makes a connection. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. He's going to pass. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer
Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. All kinds of running room. The 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Going up top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Church. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Just feeds the running back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The Cardinals pick up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can, and sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
21. And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the pass hits, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
All wideouts, no backs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. You're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. Catch inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. One more snap coming before halftime. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. And the offense will stay out there with a mere 3 ticks remaining here in the first half. He'll set up to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
The Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He's got it on the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're working that left side.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Takes the handoff. It's Maddox. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might as well stick with him. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Offensive line has got to do a better job of communicating, and they got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab down the left side. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Caught behind the line. It's Maddox. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face the fake, and he wants to throw. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Offense getting set for first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Second down coming up. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Church. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He wants to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the missed connection, it's second down. He wants to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pass picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wheeler. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play.
Looking for a huge play. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisville! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. They try to pop a run on the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, going up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating an offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Hit the gap. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Okay, one possession game, got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's looking for a man on second down. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snatches it on the right. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll take another shot here. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
He just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough.